Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Cameron. Albert, a lot to talk about. We'll do the local. We got some hoops and some bowling, but then when we talk about NCAA basketball, one thing. But when we talk about legal tampering,
yes.
I wrote a little shell up at 2 in the morning last night. I might as well throw it away. It changed today.
It's here.
But how about that term, legal tampering? Is that an oxymoron or what? Legal tampering.
It's fit with how people think they
do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
that's what the definition
But here's the best
is.
part.
That's the definition.
We're doing our radio Saturday, and I say to Al, I said, that's one thing. The big boy's going from the Browns. He says under no circumstance. They waved a few dollars in front of him, and all of a sudden he was all aboard.
Had nothing to do with GM.
No,
that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
It had to do one thing.
Yeah, M-O-N-E-Y.
With that in mind, thank you for watching Boardman Boys Bowling, runner-up in the state championship bowling. Congratulations to the Spartans, John Lekansky and Mark Elias. Congratulations for your coaching. George and I talk about it all the time on our show. It doesn't matter the sport. Doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're doing your best and practicing, we will put it on the show.
And you're in the state finals. I mean, we always kid. It's not Rhode Island.
Yes.
This is a big state.
So we got Austin Rule, Don Bagazarian, Caden Wilcox, Jesse McCutcheon, Chase Reality, Braden Rudge, and Ben Hendelbrand. I know you've worked hard, boys. Congratulations for your honor second in the state. Also, we got college news. YSU, as we speak, we'll be playing Cleveland State tonight and trying to get to the finals of the Horizon. They're missing one of their best players, and that's going to hurt them for sure. But they hung on at home. I think, George, if they played on the road that game, they'd have been out. Oh, yeah. I think the home crowd.
That's why you play for it. That's why they don't underestimate it. It's an unusual tournament, and it's the first round's at home. Then they take the Final Four to Indiana. Most of the smaller conferences use the home floor all the way through, and the bigger conferences use the neutral all the way through. They kind of combine them both, but being at home is a big advantage.
Nico Gillette was a leader, 22 points and 10 rebounds, his 8th double-double of the year. As I said, they play Cleveland State tonight. Cleveland State is small favorite over YSU. In girls basketball, YSU went out to Wright State in the first round, ending their season at 12-19. I know they need to recruit better. They need to get better players. They're out there. You can go get them. They got one last year. West Branch graduate Sophia Gregory named Horizon League Freshman of the Year. That's the kind of players you have to get. We've talked about Sophia on our show many times. She led the conference in points, rebounds, steals, and blocks as a freshman. Bring another one like her next year, Coach, and you'll be flying high. And also local, we cover the Phantoms. George, they're making a move.
We know it.
Won 11 out of the last 13, moved into second place. Every year this time, we always say, wonder if we're going to cover the Phantoms, wonder how they're doing.
Yes.
Here they come again.
They generally make a chart.
Yeah.
And it's great. We've beat this over the head, but the dollar, the bang for your buck, there's where you go. Because these guys are hockey players.
You'll see
and
three.
You're going to see them again.
You'll see
oh,
three.
no, they're going to get drafted.
Three
Someone's getting drafted.
That's what's going to happen.
No
question about
absolutely they're getting drafted. And that's what we talk about before. It's like going to, a baseball game. You're to go to a major league game, you need a credit card and a lot of money on it, and you don't need that to go.
By the way, no cash.
Yeah, don't get me started. See, he likes to torment me. See, he knows.
But I had to learn myself. George has learned more lately more than me because I go to more games. I go last year, pull out my cash, sir.
Sign right above my head. I'm at the Slippery Rock.
Sir.
No.
There's no money.
But the Slippery Rock concession stand.
This is Slippery Rock.
I figure that's the last place.
Tell them what you like to do. Tell them you just say one line. That's all you want.
Just one line, and if I'm dumb enough to stand in it, that's on me.
That's
like
all.
If it's around
one line
the block,
for cash.
it's around the block. They say, "Hey, old man, you're going to have to wait," and I say,
"Okay,
that's my fault." I'm in there, and I got a soda. Girls looking at me, because I'm pulling out money, and I look above my head, no cash. I said, "Oh, I figured that'd be the last place, a college basketball concession stand."
I have a mouth, and they tell you not to use it, but I use it all the time. I'm a Giant Eagle, George. I'm a Giant Eagle this past Saturday, and I got my cash out, and she said, "Sir, you don't hand me the cash. Down below is they put cash in a. I had to put the 20s in the machine
to get the.
George, I'll say that again. So now I got $11 coming back, and I could put my hand out. She said, "No, it's not coming from me. Look." So it come out of the machine.
Yeah,
and a giant eagle.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, and I yelled out behind the guys behind me, who's our age. Why can't it be 1970 again where I can use money?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. Before our radio show Saturday morning, I get a bagel. And I'm the only guy in that line.
Guaranteed.
Paying with cash.
Guaranteed.
They're all either handing them their phone or.
Oh no, that's the other. The phone now.
Oh, sure.
They don't even want to bother with a card.
We're so far
Yes.
behind this too. I don't think we're catching up either at this point. You know what
And
I
we're
mean?
not catching up with tampering in the NFL.
No. Let's talk about it. But the idea of the word legal tampering. Well, there is no such thing. If it's tampering, it's not legal.
Yes.
But they're going full tilt. Now the Steelers get a wide receiver, and they get a
That's
good
a big
one.
time get.
Oh no!
I don't know what's going to do with the quarterback, but that's a big time get.
Have you seen that highlight where
Chase
he?
the guy down.
That's impressive.
that's awesome.
That's
It is.
impressive.
Yeah.
Now I've seen him pout, and I've seen him swing at guys
no.
covering him too.
Him and Pickens are going to be
That-
teaming up.
They
on whoever.
can't. Pickens will be going by the end of the week. Mark my words.
You think they're getting rid of Pickens?
By the end of the week. But here's the problem today. They kind of got dry gulched. Your boy signed
saw
with the
Fields
Jets.
with the Jets.
We said the other day, I had heard that, but I didn't know it for certain. Now
I'm
you're
shocked.
now you know you're looking at Rodgers or Wilson.
It's going to be Rodgers.
No, I'll bang my head.
It's
No,
gonna be Rodgers.
no,
Wilson, yeah, Rodgers. It's going to
please
be Rodgers.
don't say.
I'm telling you.
He
That's all that's left.
He destroys you in the
That's all
clubhouse.
that's left. I know.
Where's Bart Starr? I mean, what's this? Rodgers? He hasn't been good in 15 years.
You know, but the problem with that, George, and I'll say it again, you fans, write in. Tell
Who's
me
out there?
Who's out? That's it. Who are you going to sign? There's no quarterbacks out there.
Well, I would take Wilson over Rodgers, and I'm no Wilson guy. I mean, 10 years ago, I'd have taken Rodgers.
I
he's
saw Wilson.
done.
They have no chance with Wilson.
Well, here's the thing, too.
Now, if Rodgers is that bad, then we're in trouble.
He's been bad.
Okay.
I mean, hurt 2 years ago, last year,
Yeah.
what, 4-12 or 13?
There's nobody out there to get.
No. That's, and especially at that position. You know, the Raiders.
In the draft,
Yeah,
Ward's the only one we see that
No,
can
I
play.
don't like Sanders at all. We'll talk about that in the coming
Yep.
weeks. But anyhow, the Raiders get a quarterback
Yeah, they got the quarterback from Seattle.
Yeah.
And Carroll's matched up with him now.
because they were together before.
Yeah, no question about that. Yeah.
Boy, he has had
Geno
Smith.
Yeah.
Geno Smith. He has had a revitalization. Maybe it was the system. Maybe
I thought
it
he
was.
looked good.
I agree with
I
you.
thought he looked good.
I would say if I had my choice of and Darnold today just went to Seattle right
Yes.
before we
And
came
you
in.
knew that was gonna happen,
Well, no,
too.
we knew that was coming. But I had said to you the other day, I had heard Fields was going. We got nice money too. But I look now and I see Rodgers to the Steelers. And this guy,
It's gonna happen.
between the
And he has not played
ayahuasca-
good.
No, and all the nonsense.
He's a nonsense guy. Too.
Missing the OTAs, the ayahuasca nonsense garbage, the McAfee on Tuesday routine.
Would you take Tannehill?
No, Jesus, wait. He cost me money one time, let me tell you.
Well, I'm saying, these are the guys that are available.
I'll take
I'm
your
saying.
guy, Wentz, in a minute.
You take Wentz over Tannehill?
They had the home field that year. I'm counting my money. I'm like, I got this. King Henry at home. He throws the ball to the
He
Bengals
likes the other
5
team.
times.
He likes the other team.
Anyhow, we'll talk. We got more to talk about.
Okay.
Miles Garrett, all of a sudden, what was that song by Pink Floyd? Money, 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 money.
He fits the
They
bill.
waved enough. And I heard a guy tell you, Rich Eisen today was interesting. He's good.
I like him.
He
I do
works
like
in the NFL Network and he has his own
I like him.
talk show. And he made a point. He said he was going to get after Garrett for taking the money. Then he said, I thought for a minute and I said, would I take the money? He said, you wave that kind of money in front of me.
I don't mind taking the money.
Just say you're taking money.
Yes, that's all.
No.
That's like Bobby Bob. That's all.
It's not about the money. Hey,
Don't talk about
it's about the money.
It is all about the money. Just say, you know why I signed?
Yeah, more money.
$40 million.
More money, more money, more money.
Don't mind that. Yeah.
We've talked about Garrett. That's a monster. I'll tell you who I'm getting on early. The Rams.
You like the team?
Yes.
With Adams
I liked them. They almost won in Philly. People forget that.
I don't forget that.
I think for them, and I say this about them all the time, and I say it about the Dolphins. the home field is crucial.
Well, they played great in that game.
You don't want to go to Philly, though. I know, but there was snow. You know what I'm
they
saying?
played great. They played great.
And you know, too, I would sign Cooper Kupp. I don't care what team. They're letting him go, and I'm going to tell you right now, he can still catch.
I know what he
that
can
ball.
do. He can play, but also he'll show some receivers how you work out,
How you work
how you
out.
play, how you get ready to play.
Yeah, Nakua is a stud. We know
he's my
that.
man.
But
He's
those
my man.
Rams, I mean,
We'll jump on that one right
they're
now.
going to win.
Look at the odds for that one.
They're going to be. We're going to be ahead. You know what?
Yeah, let's get the big odds.
But
now.
Monday's when it started. By noon, it was already full throttle. Steelers let one of that Okunjobi go. Is that
You have to leave some go. You can't keep
and
everybody.
he's not a good player either, is he? Now?
He might be, but you can't keep everybody. That's just the way it goes. If you're gonna give Metcalf that much money.
The thing, and I want to say about Rodgers before we move on, because we know the situation the Browns are in. They made a mistake with a quarterback, and it's a 5-year sentence, minimum 5 years. But here we are now. The thing I don't like about Rodgers, besides now, Rodgers 15 years ago,
That's different. Yeah.
Now and then also he destroys you off the field. Nothing is ever his fault. The receiver ran the wrong route, and somehow he gets it out there. You know,
That's how he does.
Yeah, somehow he gets it out.
He's famous for that.
Yeah, that's
he's a no-fault person. No question about it.
And we're right on Fields. He tasted and tested free agency and ended up with the Jets.
Well, they know. People know you've got to jump in and get a quarterback who can play. Fields might be not top 50.
No, you said that.
But he can
Can
play.
Daniel Jones end up at Pittsburgh?
I hope.
I know you like him.
Oh,
I know.
I love him.
No, what are the Giants? Those guys are both fired. They can't go in there with the.
Bored. That's what they're gonna
So they'll
They're
just
gonna trade him
figure
get
maybe
They're
he'll
gonna
buy
buy
them a year because he's a rookie.
That's what they're trying
I think
to
they're
do.
both getting fired. I'll tell you what. There's a scene in Hard Knocks. The GM saying he's on the phone and he's telling the owner. He said, "Philly's out." He goes, "They want it with Saquon," and I saw the look in that guy's face when he left. He said, "You know, we got rid of our best, our fan favorite," and then he goes for 2,000 yards.
Yes.
I'd say those boys are going. Do you?
I know this, that when you make a mistake as a GM in the pros,
Yeah, it's crucial.
out.
It's
You're
crucial.
out, yeah.
And we've talked about, like I said, is there a way for the Browns to be decent quickly? What are they doing quarterback? Are they going to draft?
I told you what they should do.
No, I'm not
Joe
laughing.
Flacco. No, I said all along. I saw them play their best in
With him and without him.
in their last 5 years.
Yes, with him, without him.
They've been the best when he
Yep.
was playing.
Yep.
No question about that. I say get him in free agent, bring him in there, get a young quarterback to go behind him and say, okay, this is the way we do things.
Yeah, I can't
That's what I'll
argue.
say.
Now, you know what's going to happen, too. The Steelers, you know what's coming. His brother's already talking on Twitter. TJ's going to want more money. He's going to see that Garrett
get rid of him.
contract. Yeah, you should.
I remember I said keep him. I said keep him.
I know you did
big time.
before.
But he is not the same player at the end of the year he was before.
Oh, he had
I
like
don't know if he's hurt. He might have been hurt,
No,
but he didn't do anything.
No, last 60
He had
plays.
zeros.
No, he didn't make a play.
Yeah.
Moves are just beginning, as we know. We'll have to.
So Wednesday's the
keep
day
an
everybody's
eye
supposed
on-
to
Oh,
make
it's-
change. Okay.
Yeah, today at noon it started. So I'd say by
Wednesday's
a
supposed to
day
be
or
a big
two.
day, yeah.
I mean, these guys. First of all, I remember reading.
The cap went up, right, too?
Oh yeah.
So they have more money to
280
work
million.
with,
Oh yeah. And I remember Rex Ryan. He called one of those guys when he was with the Jets. The guy said it was like midnight last night. He goes, we're in the driveway. He goes. The guy said, well, he said, no, we're in the driveway.
right there.
Yeah, we're here right now. I remember when that Hard Knocks, I was telling somebody like it was yesterday, when he got Santonio Holmes, he thought he had like a combination of Jerry Rice and Lenny Moore, and obviously it didn't work
Good old
out.
Santonio.
Let's talk about the NCAA hoops. Number 1 seed, number 1 team in the country. I watched half the other night. Now, if Flag is in foul trouble, they're done, but I don't believe in the NCAA they're going to call fouls on Flag.
Well, Duke is so loaded. Sometimes I always say there's some other team. If Duke plays their best, and they seem to, because they're good on both sides, offensively and defensively, that they're going to win this thing.
I told Al, I called him there. I said, I haven't watched a lot of I watch pro
You watch both
every
sides,
night,
yeah.
NCAA now and again. But I watched something the other day, and I said, if you gave me a phrase to label Duke basketball, my phrase would be, they will make one more pass. And
that
that
great?
is a
Isn't that
compliment
great?
to the
It's a great
coach
compliment.
and the players. I didn't
He
realize
played that way, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't realize they had 3 in the top 8 in the
yeah.
pros. I knew 2.
And 2 other ones that are just
Yeah, they're
good
in
guys.
60.
Yeah.
They're in 60.
Yeah. Amazing what the talent. You're talking about recruiting. They got the best recruiting class coming in next year.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about recruiting to the nth. They get money from the hospital. Where do they get? Where does Duke get all this money? Give to
They get
people?
it somewhere.
They get a lot of money.
I'm going to talk about it later with St. John's. It's $1 million now per player.
Even if you're not real good.
Well, that's what they're paying because
Yeah.
the guy said we can't do high school
Yes.
anymore. It's the vitamin water guy. We'll talk about it because I watched that Red Storm Rising on that Spike, and Patino, he gets it. I mean, he's an old man, but he knows how to coach, number one.
Yeah, he coaches
Number
a lot.
two, he knows how to motivate them. And number three, he has this guy who's a St. John's grad that said, what do you need?
There's the answer.
And they had the GM there.
There's the answer.
GM, first of all, GM in college. You see Steph signed
Every one
today.
of 'em.
Assistant GM today, Steph, for Davidson. Has to raise 8 figures. Yeah, you're going to raise 8 figures.
Assistant GM.
That's what he is.
He has 2 jobs.
Yeah, he does
Making
two.
threes.
He has 2 jobs. Big job's that one where he turns around from half court. That's the one I like when I.
Oh, my.
But no, we're looking at
Assistant
this.
GM.
Assistant GM. They need 8 figures. They said. That's more.
He'll have
than-
that in a day.
he probably
No,
will.
no. I guarantee you, him calling Davis an alumni,
Yeah.
in a day he'll have
Yeah.
that.
Alabama won at Auburn.
I
Nice
told
when
you,
they won the
I've
other.
already told
You
you
like
about
both
that.
of them. They're
But I'm a big
devastating.
Alabama guy.
They're in the.
Big
I
Alabama.
saw today. They have them projected. They're a 2, and they're a 1. I thought to myself that I think it's them in Houston. That'll be a game. Talk
awesome
about
game.
strategy.
Awesome game.
I mean, if you get over 60, they're getting for 100. But you don't get over 60 against Houston.
I have changed my mind so much on basketball. In the old days, I would take a defensive team like
I
Houston.
agree. No more. No.
With that 3-point rule and how they play.
No, NFL too, the same way. Remember NFL?
Oh, yeah, give me offense.
You give me a
Give me
team that can
offense.
throw that ball
I know,
over
give me
the field.
offense, yep.
Houston did win again, though. I saw the other day. Samson's tough on them, but man,
like
he
it.
was crying on Senior Day.
No, they know.
They know he cares about. That's
It was
by
us
the
too.
way, young coach.
It was us 2 idiots.
Young
right here.
coaches. That's the key. Like when all is said and done, what can you do? What can you say? But
Yeah.
if they know you care about
That's
them,
it.
that's the
Right
key.
off the bat.
But
George called me. He went to George
You
Junior.
got to win them over.
I remember the
I had
conversation.
never been there.
George goes, he said, I said, I only got 1, George. I said, just like, these are the exact words. I said, show them that you care, then kill them. That was my
Yeah.
exact, and
Yeah.
he did it. They would, they would run through the wall
Yeah,
for George.
yeah, they wouldn't even. Yeah, it was amazing.
But if he would have said right away, whatever word you want to use. No, George said, listen, I'm going to take care of you. You're going to do this. You're going to do this because I care about you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to play hard for me.
And that's what they did. And
Yeah.
that was the key. And somebody always said to me, how was it? I said, if I told you how easy it was,
I know.
you'd call me a liar.
That's because we did what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll have to talk about that down the road. I'm leaning toward Florida.
It's my,
Is it too?
it's mine.
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
Okay.
Away.
There you
It's
go.
the one team that can beat somebody.
Yep.
Yes.
They're big.
They
They
can do
have
everything.
good
They can do
guards. They
everything.
can move. I like them.
No, Florida's good.
And this year with the SEC, when they get 13 in, we will have to just tip our hat.
Yeah, I know. I like Florida a lot, and I don't
Okay.
know. I thought I saw it down below here, but I wasn't sure. And I like the other team. I like Louisville a lot. So I like 2 teams like
I'm
that.
watching one day. I
Now
got.
remember, I'm not saying they could
Yeah.
win it all, but I'm saying
Yeah.
if you want to get them a wager to get to
Yeah.
the Sweet 16,
You make good money or something.
They can get
too.
there.
And I was telling Al a story. I got a buddy that doesn't see well. So one Saturday they're playing Pitt, Louisville. So I kind of have to pretty much doing a radio broadcast
Right.
because he cannot see. And the only time he can tell is if they take it out, he knows the ball went through.
Right.
To give you an idea. So I'm watching this Louisville, kind of giving them a radio. And the more I'm watching, I call him that night. I said, hey, buddy.
You were on that about 4 weeks ago.
I
5
said,
weeks
there's
ago.
a lefty there.
Smith can fire
But
it.
if you let his feet set.
He can fire it.
No, it's in the basket. It's not maybe.
He's not American either. I
No,
don't-
he's
is he
Australian. He's Australian.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're thinking in the same.
But the SEC's going to have 13 or more.
and they said the Big Ten, 10
Especially
or
after
11.
Arkansas won this past week.
How about the Big
Oklahoma's
10?
winning.
10 or 11.
Yeah, they're going to have 10, 13. It's 23 teams right there.
Yeah. And you know one thing, I have not paid any attention to somebody, but it's been called to my attention. I better take a look at Maryland.
Talent.
Okay, that's what it is.
They have
A
talent.
lot of
They
talent
have
there.
talent. Yes, they got talent.
You know,
so is Illinois.
I'll be honest.
Both
I
have
saw
talent.
what they did
Both
the
have
other day to
talent.
Purdue. I'll tell you what. The other day, though, I did see something.
How about Duke beat Illinois by 40, though?
Yeah, I
That's
know.
how good Duke is.
And I would rather, though, rather than have 11 from there or 13, I'd rather have a second team from the horizon.
So would I.
But they won't.
They're never
do it.
doing that.
No,
No.
they never. No.
No.
That's just not right. I
No
get so
question.
tired of
Yeah.
that. It's amazing. Dust up at the end of the Michigan State game. I see both sides. They're shooting a foul.
Okay.
Michigan guys know they want to kiss the Spartan. So both Michigan guys stand on the Spartan. Now, game's going on now. This isn't planting a flag
So
out
not
there.
after the wedding.
No, the game's going on. And next thing you know, there's a little pushing.
Okay.
And after the game, you know, Izzo said something about whatever, our tradition. But Dusty May made a good point. He said, is there some rule about standing at half court while they're shooting? You know,
Yeah.
he was basically saying, we're eating the crow because we got beat, and you
Right.
can rub our noses in it, but you weren't right.
Right.
We're on half court. The game's over.
Right.
I'm getting off the floor.
Gotcha.
It was very interesting to see that. And I thought, you know what, this is what happened. But they kiss the floor. Now, here's the one I'm shocked about. The ACC. They going to get 4? Is Carolina getting in?
No.
It didn't help me the other night.
I say 3.
I'll have to be honest with you. I don't know inside out recruiting like some of our callers do. But I am not impressed with the job that guy does it in North Carolina.
Well, I know why.
Hubert Davis.
I'll say it again. Because he can get any player he wants.
You would
You
think
know,
so.
No, he can. They have the money behind it.
Oh,
they have a
boy.
tradition like nobody. They got a beautiful gym.
Yeah.
They got a beautiful campus.
Yeah.
And beautiful girls. He has everything he wants. And he has money.
Yeah.
He has not done a good job.
Okay.
No.
And like I said, Louisville, talk about resuscitating a program
Kelsey's coach of the
in
year.
1 year.
Kelsey's coach of the year.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, he is.
There's no one to give that to,
He is,
but
yeah.
Big East though. I'll tell you.
They're always dangerous.
Something about not having football, the money goes to basketball. Like there's a little Catholic school like Marquette, they have a private jet. So you got definitely St. John's. You definitely have Marquette. You have to worry about Creighton. And our sleeper's UConn.
Yeah, and UConn could sweep right through it
They
again.
can go right through
No
that.
question. It's interesting. I talked to John Miller this week, and he said, say hi to you. Xavier, he thinks not getting in. Boy, they have a resume that is really good, but they have not played it, have not beat the top teams.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a killer. That when you look at the things, when you're equal to
that
somebody else,
quad-
they all come in equal.
quad-
They have one.
yeah.
They have one quad win. That's all.
Yeah. St. John's, that was a big reason. I didn't realize they hadn't won in 40 years.
I did.
And I heard something today in a way, you know it, but you don't think of it. Indiana hasn't won a title since '87.
Yeah, they're living in a dream world.
38 years. They're in the
but if there's
Nebraska
somebody who
football
I'm rooting
dream
for-
world. Woodson.
Oh,
Yeah.
because they are playing good.
Yeah.
They're playing really good, and they had walked out on him. Well, I think about the whole fans get them walk out
Yeah.
and then come back in and saying we don't want you.
Yeah.
Now they give
Now,
a standing
did
ovation.
you see what he
Saturday.
said the other day? He said I might have been.
They give him a standing ovation Saturday.
You know, they opened with Oregon, and I guess they got cheated out there or something awful.
Indiana can beat anybody in that tournament.
Okay.
No, they
that's
can't.
what I want to
They
know.
can't.
That's what I want to know. And I did find out from Patino's GM, $1 million per player.
GM.
It is going up from $500,000.
GM.
Yeah, $1 million per player. He's the president of Vitamin Water, and he told him, he said, whatever you need. I saw him in the locker room. It makes me, high school, it makes me kind of sad. High school players, I don't know what, JUCO, I guess you're going to.
That's the best route to go.
Unless you go to D2 and then make the bump like the kid from Michigan that plays for
Yeah,
Miami.
ain't many like that.
Or D3. No, they're not good enough. But high school recruiting,
It's gone.
It's just not there.
It's gone.
It's called plug and play.
Tell you what they do though in high school recruiting. There's somebody I talked to a father this week. They are recruiting them in 9th and 10th grade.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of waiting, so they're saying,
Yep,
listen,
I get you.
I know you're coming here.
Yeah.
We'll get 5 great transfers. I know you're coming.
Okay.
But if you're waiting as a senior, you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
And that's why the ball is so good at Slippery Rock. The ball is so good in the lower levels. Like I told someone the other day, I said, I know you're not going to believe me. I said, but if you ride down here to Westminster, no Scully,
Yeah,
D3,
we say it all the time.
the guards are terrific.
All the men.
Obviously, big guys are the premium. Like St. Francis, they get one, he ends up at,
They're still playing, by the way.
yeah, they're in the finals.
How about that?
Yeah, they're at Central Connecticut
And I remember
State.
you saying in the beginning they are very good.
No, they weren't.
Think about where that coach has done a good job.
Very good job.
Yes.
They finished third, by the way, and they beat Wagner, who beat them twice.
That's a great win.
But now they're at the finals. And guess who has the longest win streak in the country?
Is it CC?
Central Connecticut
they're good.
State. I was in.
I would say South. They're getting a whooping. I think South. I think
they-
Central's going to whoop them.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they went overtime this game. They
They're
almost
gonna
hosted. St. Francis, if Central Connecticut, they won in overtime.
Okay.
Had they lost, St. Francis would have hosted as the 3. They go higher seed there.
Okay.
That's one of those places like last year Wagner's playing. They only have bleachers on the one side, and there's a fight. there's a fight. Well, you can imagine. They had
Yeah,
to
it was
clear the
big. It
gym.
was big.
Yeah, they had to clear the gym, just like the other day, Meadville and Uniontown. Did they throw them both out?
By the way, they showed the film. You
I
thought
saw- I
you
saw it.
thought it was.
Yeah, I saw
No,
it.
it was a huge guy. Walked all the way
That
across.
big guy.
And he wasn't scared of anybody in the stands because he was huge.
They were throwing. The one guy, they had to handcuff him with 2 sets. He was too big for the cuffs. Yeah. Let's go MLB. We're getting the last few minutes here. It's coming. Once again, now I know I don't know Yankees inside out, but I know those guys are stinking hurt every year.
Every year.
My question is, why don't they get it fixed in October, November?
We say it all the time. They wait till February, then say, we're going to get an operator on it. We're going to do this. Get it done in October.
Stanton says he can't. He's
So
shot.
they got Stanton, Cole, Mayu.
It doesn't
all
matter.
out.
It doesn't
Jeez,
matter
oh, man.
anymore. It doesn't matter.
I
anymore.
know.
The Dodger numbers through the roof, as we knew it would be.
Yes.
We'll go under that. 6-man staff. What do you? Is it almost an embarrassment of talent that they're doing that?
For us, it is because we like. No, for
I
me,
like
it is.
competition.
I love baseball.
Yeah.
and it's not
Yeah.
right when you have 6 good pitchers.
No.
Not 4.
No. And
Not 3.
The truth of the matter is, with spring coming like this, everyone's undefeated. But the truth is, about 7 or 8
That's
teams
it.
have a
And
chance.
I don't care what you say; it's true.
No.
Then one
Someone
might
will
sneak
sneak in there.
Somebody sneak in.
Someone will
It's a
sneak
sneak
in.
in, though. It's not a
No.
not just a lucky.
How
It's not.
about Tito Francona on the bench?
I always say the team, and he would not have taken his job.
Okay.
He knew Cincinnati has good players.
Okay.
2 of their pitchers are back
I'll tell
now.
you, their numbers over
Slow.
half. But what I'm saying to you is, it's low, but it's not as low as it was last year.
No, it's higher last year.
Yeah, because they're expecting
Yeah, it is.
something.
Yeah, it is.
All right, finish with local amazing. I'm watching these Cavs play. Man, oh man, do they fly up and down the floor. And with your guy in there. Now they have 7 averaging double figures, and their D is 8 points fewer per game since they signed him from Atlanta. 8.
Yeah, I got all the comps in Cavs. I mean, everybody's just writing Boston, and I'm not. I'm not just writing them.
Oh, I hope he's right.
Yeah, I'm not just writing.
I hope you're right. Unbelievable.
But I am writing Oklahoma City in now.
Yeah.
I think they're the best in the West.
Yeah,
I do.
They're really good.
Uh-huh.
They're good. You're not lying. LeBron's out. Obviously, when LeBron's out, the Lakers are just the fakers. And not that Luka's not, but LeBron's the key there. He's out 2 weeks, they said. 40 years old. Should we expect that?
Yeah, you got to.
Okay,
40 years
that's
old,
what I'm
right?
asking.
And I think they do expect it. I really
And how
do.
about this the other night? The Mavs only dressed 7, and they said to the coach, Jason Kidd, he said someone was tired. He goes, "There's no one to put in." They were down to 7.
I know.
Yeah.
Pros.
And that guy will get fired over
Pros.
that. That guy's
Pros.
going. You know, Steph crossed 20,000 last week, which is a big deal.
That boy could shoot the 3.
But there's one thing you have to give props for. LeBron crossed 50,000.
I know.
Now, 20,000 is one thing. And then the Joker, who has 3 MVPs, did something the other night. I'm watching the first quarter. I have him triple-double. He has 8-7-7 in the first quarter. I texted those guys. I said, we got this one. I said, I know I've lost some tough ones when he sits out, but I also know. His stats are better than the 3 times he won, but SGA is still the
SGA 's
favorite.
going to get that.
Well, okay, we're under a minute. Barkley calling the crew at ESPN jackasses.
I love him.
But he works there next year.
I love
There's
him.
going to be a fight there next year.
I love him.
There's
He
going to be a
tells the
fight
truth.
there?
He just tells the truth. He doesn't want to hear what he has
How about
to say.
LeBron going after Stephen A? Your thoughts? Should he have waited? Was
That's
there
your
a
boy.
better
That's,
time?
That's your boy, Stephen A.
Not my boy. I wish he'd have choked him out while he had him right there. Unbelievable. NFL to use chips in the ball to measure.
We've been saying that forever.
Yeah, we've been way ahead of here
Yeah.
on bottom line. Last thing, Ovi with the 9 feet. Very hard to believe anyone would catch Gretzky in anything.
I hope they would. I hope he doesn't because I don't want those numbers.
You want him to fall down.
I know he's second. I know he's not first.
All right. Hey, thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. See you next week.